There have been a few LEGO Arkham Asylum sets released since the original LEGO Batman theme from 2006, and since then, there have been 3 main Arkham Asylum sets released. In this video, I'm going to be ranking every LEGO Arkham Asylum set. Before I get started with the main ranking, there was also a small 4+ set that included the Arkham Asylum. I am not officially ranking this set because it is not on the same scale and it's not meant to be a main set, and just doesn't compare to the main sets. One thing I do kinda like about this one though is that they use sand green as the main color, which makes this one unique from the main Arkham Asylum sets. Plus, I really like when sand green is used in LEGO sets. I also think that this is one of the better 4+ sets in general. But anyway, now onto the actual ranking. Number 3 is the original Arkham Asylum set from the original Batman theme in 2006. Now this is a great set and I love that original Batman theme, but compared to the other 2 Arkham Asylum sets, I just think it is the worst. This Arkham Asylum is split into a few different sections and uses brown as the main color. The main section is the section that I think looks the best, and it includes a place for a guard to sit at the bottom. The middle level has 3 named cells for Joker, Two-Face, and Penguin, and there is a lab area at the top. The cells have a cool mechanism that can open all of the cells, so I think that is a neat play feature that works well. I also think the lab area is pretty good, but the bottom part of this section is pretty simple and kind of empty, but serves its purpose. The second section is smaller and is a tower that has a cell for Poison Ivy at the bottom and a cell for Scarecrow at the top. The third section is the smallest and has a cell for Riddler and a small armory with a few guns. There are also builds for the main gate and a guard tower. For all of these areas, I really like all the cells for the villains, especially the specialized cells like the ones for Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, and the Riddler. Other than that, the interior space isn't used for much else, and what it is used for is pretty simple. This set also comes with 2 vehicles, a patient transport van and a motorcycle for Nightwing. I like the van, and the motorcycle isn't bad, it's just not that special. Now for the minifigures, there are 7 total minifigures in this set. Batman, Scarecrow, and the Riddler all come in other sets, but what makes this Batman different is that he comes with brick-built wings, which are not the worst, but they are a little big, and even though they are not exclusive figures, they are still great and classic. Nightwing and Poison Ivy are exclusive, and they were great figures to have in this set, especially Nightwing. He was just a really cool figure. The last 2 minifigures are also exclusive, but they are just guards, so they are nothing special, but are still decent figures that are good to have in this set. So that's it for this first set. It may be last on this list, but it's a great classic. Number 2 is Batman Arkham Asylum Breakout, which was released in the DC Superheroes theme in 2013. This one used gray as the main color, but I think I like the brown a little better as the color. But this still looks good. I really like the design of the exterior of the building, with the main door being a cool build and the nice tower, which gives some variation within the design, especially with the design of the window of the tower. There are also a lot of cool details like the designs for the gargoyles, which are very cool, but this time the building is one solid section, which I think is better for it. For the interior, there is again a desk at the front entrance, but I think this one looks a lot better, and there are some standard cells that you can switch out the signs for who is in them. There is also a secret area that can flip, and one side has a place to store the extra signs, and the other side has a place for Harley and Quinzel with a picture of the Joker and her jester hat to show her transformation into Harley Quinn. The second level has a desk and chair and a lab area which has a nice design, and there is a cell for Poison Ivy which is very similar to the first Arkham Asylum. Last thing for the interior is at the top of the tower there is a cell for Mr. Freeze, who isn't even in the set, but it is a nice inclusion. There is a gate which is definitely a better design than the first one with the cool statues, and there is another van which has a neat design that is pretty cool. This set has 8 minifigures. Batman and Robin are technically exclusive, Batman because of the wings, which this time is just one piece, which I think works better than the brick-built ones, and Robin because of the hood and short cape, which I think was a nice variation to the standard Robin minifigure at the time. Poison Ivy, Penguin, and the Guard were all in other sets, so they are not that special. Joker, Harleen Quinzel, and Scarecrow are all exclusive, with Harleen Quinzel being a great figure to get at the time. And she has a second face, which is her painted face, which contributes to showing her transformation into a villain. Joker is in a jumpsuit, which at the time was more unique, but we have seen more figures like this in the LEGO Batman movie, so now it's pretty standard. So this Arkham Asylum set just does many things better than the first. Number 1 is the Arkham Asylum set released with the LEGO Batman movie in 2017. The design and shape of this Arkham Asylum just looks the best to me. and it has the brown color that I like the look of better for Arkham Asylum. This one is also in a colder climate, so there is a little snow on this one. There are also a few different types of rooms in this Arkham Asylum. You do have your standard cells, but there is a visitation area with phones, a laundry room, and some sort of cafeteria area. Harleen Quinzel also has a little office area, and there is a cool x-ray machine that can be put by the front entrance. The main building is connected by 3 sections and could be separated, but there isn't really any reason to do so, but it does make it easier if you want to move it to someplace else. And there is a guard tower that is separate from the main building, which is a neat inclusion. Instead of a van like the other sets, this one has a police car, which is a great build for this set. And there are also a bunch of loose parts like the workout stuff and a table, which I don't like when they just have a bunch of loose stuff, but it's just a little extra inclusion. This set has 13 minifigures, which is the most out of the 3 sets, and 5 of them are in jumpsuits, so they are not unique. But when this set came out, it was the only way to get this version of Two-Face until his set came out, but this is just his jumpsuit version, and not his main LEGO Batman movie version. There is also a statue at the front entrance, but it has no printing. The Batman, Robin, and Barbara Gordon minifigures are nothing special, and the 2 cops are pretty simple. The last 2 figures are the best in this set. We get Aaron Cash, which is the first time ever in a LEGO set, so that's really cool, and we get another Harleen Quinzel minifigure, which has really cool printing, and I think it's better than the 2013 version. So out of all of the Arkham Asylum sets, I just think this one has a lot more to offer, and I think it looks the best. So that was my ranking of every Arkham Asylum set. None of them are really bad, they are all pretty great sets. I just like them in that specific order. Anyway, that's all I have to say, so see you next time, goodbye.